I have returned on my free will to join the ranks of those who struggle to restore our freedoms and rights through nonviolence. I seek no confrontations. I only pray and will strive for a genuine natural concessions founded on justice. I am prepared for the worst and have decided against the advice of my mother, my spiritual advisor, many of my tested friends, and few of my most valued political mentors. A death sentence awaits me. Two more subversion charges, both calling for death penalties, have been filed since I left 3 years ago, and now pending with the courts. I couldn't have opted to seek political asylum in America, but it's my duty. It is the duty of every Filipino to suffer with his people, especially in time of crisis. I never sought, nor I have given assurance or promise of leniency by the regime. I returned voluntarily, arms only with a clear consent, and fortifies in the faith that in the end, justice will emerge triumphant. According to God, the willing sacrifice of the innocents is the most powerful answer to insolent triumph me, but has yet been convinced by God and men. 3 years ago, when I left for an emergency heart bypass operations, I hoped and prayed that the rights and freedoms of our people would soon be restored, that the living conditions would improve, and that the bloodletting would stop. Rather than move forward, we move backward. The killing have increased, the economy has taken a turn for the worse, and the human rights situations has deteriorated. During the martial law period, the Supreme Court heard petitions for habeas corpus. It is most ironic, after martial law has allegedly been lifted, that the Supreme Court last April ruled it can no longer entertain petition for habeas corpus for a person detained under Presidential Commitment Order, which cover all so-called national securities and which under present circumstances can cover almost anything. The country is far advanced in our times of trouble. Economic and social political problems bedevil the Filipino. These problems may be surrounded if we are united. But we can be united only if all the rights and freedoms enjoyed before the September 21, 1972 are fully restored. The Filipino asks for nothing more, but will surely accept nothing less than all the rights and freedoms guaranteed by the 1935 Constitution, the most sacred legacies from the founding fathers. Yes, the Filipino is patient, but there is a limit to his patience. Must we wait until the patience snap? The nationwide rebellion is escalating and threatens to explode into bloody revolutions. There is a growing cadres of young Filipinos who have finally come to realize that freedom is never granted. It is taken. Must we relive the agonies that the bloodletting of the past that brought forth of our republic? Or can we just sit down as brothers and sisters and discuss our differences with reasons and goodwill? I have often wondered how many disputes could have been settled easily. Has the disputants only dared to define their terms? So, to leave no rooms for misunderstanding, I shall define my terms. 6 years ago, I was sentenced to die before the firing squad by the military tribunal, whose jurisdictions I still the file refused to recognize. It's now time to rejoin to decide, order my immediately executions or set me free. I was sentenced to die for allegedly being the leading communist leader. I am not a communist, never was and never will be. National reconciliations and unity can be achieved only with justice, including justice for our Muslims and Fugal brothers. There can be no deal with dictator, no compromise with dictatorship. In a revolutionary, there can be really no victors, only victims. We do not have to destroy in order to build. Subversion stems from economic, social, and political causes and will not be solved by pure military solutions. It can be curbed, not with every increase in sufficiency, but with more equitable distributions of wealth, more democracies, more freedoms. For the economy to get going once again, the working man must be given his just and rightful share to his labor. To the owners of the managers must be restored the hope, where there is so much uncertainty if not despair. One of the long corridors of Harvard universities are carved in granite the words of Archibald MacLeish. How shall freedoms be defended? By arms when exacted by arms, by truth when exacted by lie, by democratic faith when exacted by authoritarian dogma. Always in the final act, by determinations and faith. I return from exile to uncertain futures with only determinations and faith to offer us. Faith in our people and faith